Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here. That Journey chick on Instagram. Look, look, we have a chair. Yay. Pink and white gaming chair. Oh my God, I love it. Super comfortable. Only thing is, I wish it were like, would come up a little higher. I'm tall and they just don't make they just don't make them. So I just have to live with that where they come up. I'm at the highest level that it will come up. But you know, it is what it is. But I did make a video of Malia and I putting together this chair, and it really was very easy, except for like one little thing where you had to insert these things and pull them down. The rest, oh my God, very easy. Allen wrench, you didn't need any other tools, but I'm going to edit that video, put it up. You know, if you want to watch it, that's fine. If not, you know, it's okay. There's a lot of meat in my butt in that scene. I don't know why in that video. Yeah, that's just a warning. But Malia and I had a good time making the video. So back to my weekly painting, Alice Lost. I didn't make a whole lot of progress on the Dormouse this weekend. I was so busy with, you know, Malia here and putting together the chairs. So actually both chairs are together. The blue and white chair is in my office. And so I put the chair that was in here out by the street. And I would say within 30 minutes, I just figured somebody would like come by and take it. Well, I get a knock on the door. This little boy, he's like, oh, you know, I see that chair out there. I said, like, honey, you can have it. He's like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, you can have it. It was so cute. So, yeah. I didn't see if like his parents were in a car somewhere. I didn't really look, but he was so adorable. So I let him have the chair. Anyway, it's gone. Now I got to put the other one out there. He's going to come by and go, oh man, I like the other one better. But yep, whatever. So what I did today was with the Alice, because I wanted to put this where I could reach it. I was really stretching to reach it. I rolled this up. You can always roll your painting, but make sure the diamonds are outwards. And then I just put these little clips at the end so it doesn't unravel on me. But because there's quite a bit of painting that way. We're working on it. So it is March 29th. The month is almost over. Easter is this weekend. My gosh, that's early for Easter. But so when I went to drop off Malia yesterday, we discussed it. We're gonna like just do Easter dinner. You know, the kids are all grown. You're not grown, but you know, they don't want to do the Easter egg hunt thing anymore, you know. So they're just not into that. So we're just going to do Easter dinner, and my daughter-in-law said, oh, can you make your lasagna? We just love your lasagna. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll make the lasagna. It's not a big deal. Lasagna is really super easy to make. So I will make the lasagna. I actually have ricotta cheese in the fridge, but I don't know if it's any good. It's been there a while. But I'm going to make lasagna. Oh, yum. I told them I want a ham. I'm just like jonesing for like a nice, like honey glazed pineapple ham. Terrible for me because of the sodium, but I just love ham. So yeah, I just have to make sure I don't get like one of those high salt hams. So if she doesn't make a ham, I might make one for myself. and just have it here to munch on, you know. I love ham. What else is going on? So, oh God, the weekend just it was crazy and it went by so fast. I feel like like by the time I dropped her off yesterday and got back home, I was just like wiped out, wiped out. I think the dogs were too, because man, it just between my show and my appearance on Wambui's live and then my other live and then the book club and yeah, it was just a huge weekend. So let me just talk for a second about book club. Here is the book of the month. It is called Howl's Moving Castle. It is a young adult book, and they say children will love it, adults will love it. It was actually made into an anime movie, which they say is terrible. But what we thought we would do is read the book, and then um, once we're all done reading the book, we're going to do a Zoom get together and just take a gander at the movie, see what we think, you know, having read the book. So I hope that it turns out well. And the other thing I want to say about book club is this is going to be the last month for book club. Depending on how the response we get, because you know we had book club yesterday, and you know we always get a good turnout at book club, but we're not really discussing the book that we've chosen because people aren't reading it. So if you're not really interested in reading the book, um, yeah, I guess there's just no point in having a book club. I mean, I could just set up a Zoom meeting and we can all chat for once a month about what we've been reading, but it's not truly a book club if we're not discussing the book that we've chosen. And we do always try to come to a consensus about the book that we want to read. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. I just don't want to continue with something that people don't really want, if that makes sense. And anywho, oh, I have to show you my kitty. Here's a couple pictures of my little kitty. I have not named him yet. He opened his eyes. He's a couple weeks old now. He opened his eyes, and there's one with his eyes open, and then there's one of him sleeping like a little pretty kitty. I am going to have a naming contest. Don't put any, save your names for when I do the contest. Um, but I have to like the name. Like, I'll choose a winner, but if I don't like the name, I might choose something from other, you know. What I'm going to do is give a little prize to the winner, but you know, we'll see if I like the name. Malia's like, I want to name the kitty. I'm like, no, no, no. I'm going to let my subscribers name the kitty. She's like, no, I want to name the kitty. I'm like, no. You know, I want a kind of a crafty name, like Stitch, or I don't know. You guys think of something. Somebody suggested confetti. Malia hated that idea. That's terrible. I'm like, oh. I thought it was cute, but she goes, oh yeah, you're going to call your kitty Here Con, Here Con. I'm like, no, confetti. So, I don't know. That's a discussion we had this weekend. Yes. Yep. So today, in Judge, Jury, and Journey, got a frog in my throat. I got my elephant cup again. I don't know where I got this. I think I got this at like the home, you know, like home. It says Creative Tops Limited, designed in England. You know, one of those home stores. I thought I saw it and I'm like, oh, I like that. I love coffee cups, by the way. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, it's Monday, guys. You got to forgive me. It's Monday. Oh, I didn't put a hat on? What? Okay, hold please. And we're back. I felt naked. I was like, something is missing. I looked in the camera and I'm like, wait a minute, no hat. And I'm sure you guys are thinking, oh, where's her hat? Yeah. Uh, I've been up since 5:30. It's Monday, like I said, and wow. Uh, okay. Oh, and then this Thursday, Mystery Diamond painting starts. I'm so excited. I don't have my painting yet, but I'm still excited for everybody else. Okay, so we're going to start Judge, Jury, and Journey. So right now, I don't have any trials to talk about. I do want to mention, though, after revealing the verdict on Saturday in the Michelle Martinko case, something that came to my attention that did not come into the trial, I'm sure because there was some motions prior to the trial to keep it out, and the judge obviously sustained that motion and said, yes, we're keeping this information out. But the information was that, when they arrested Jerry Burns, they confiscated his computer, and on his computer he had child pornography. He was into young girls, which, I said I was on the fence. Now, as a juror, had I known that, I'd be like, oh, guilty, which is probably why they kept it out, because it has nothing to do with this murder. But it made me feel better about the guilty verdict. I'm like, first of all, you guys are right. DNA does not lie. His DNA was there, yes. But the fact that we find out that he has this affinity for young girls, now it's starting to make sense, right? And I'm thinking that his demeanor was, this guy brutally murdered this girl and then waited for 40 years to get caught. He probably thought every single day, is this the day that they're coming to get me? And maybe there was some sort of relief on his part that, finally this is over with, I don't have to dwell on, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, why does my hand itch? What does that mean? Does that have a meaning when your hand itches? Like, am I going to come into some money or something? Oh my God, there's what is that? It's like a zoo here. That is not, it's a crane maybe? It's huge. Oh no. Wow. Okay. I haven't seen Lewis in a while. Do squirrels have a season? I don't know. I think he ran away. Oh, yesterday I hired a lawn guy. Yay, I have a lawn guy. Yeah, I don't have to buy a mower and do it myself. He was on this riding mower next door. So I walked over and I said, hey, would you like to do my lawn? And we talked about price and how I would pay him and everything. And then I went, oh my God, you're not going to be able to get that thing in my backyard because, it's fenced in. He's like, no, I know that. He says, I've got a regular mower. So he sends over his nephew, he looks like he's about 16, with the push mower, and I felt bad for him. He's like, I'm learning the business. I'm like, okay, good for you. But yeah, now, it's just a relief because, this is the time when the grass grows so fast. So I've gone way far afield of Judge, Jury, and Journey, but okay, let's bring it back, Rebecca. Oh my God, this is Monday, right? So today will be the opening statements in the George Floyd trial. So Derek Chauvin, one of 4 police officers, is on trial for the death of George Floyd. So we're going to hear the opening statements today. And I don't know if they'll begin testimony. I don't know. We'll see. Because the opening statements usually they usually at least get an hour each. I don't know if they'll give them more time than that. I don't know. Um, I'm curious, though, what's going to be going on outside of the courtroom as well, and I will cover that for you too. Of course, you're probably going to see it on the news, no doubt. Um, yeah, those jurors are not going to be able to watch the news, listen to the radio, watch TV. Oh my word. They're just going to have to stay on Netflix for the entirety of this trial. And I have no clue like what they estimate, like the length of this trial, I don't know. So we'll follow it to its conclusion. So let's talk about what national day it is. So March 29th is the day that commemorates, it's actually Vietnam Veterans Day. So March 29th is the day, let me find the year. I always forget the year, which it's important. I think it was 1974, if my memory serves me correctly. I was wrong. It was March 29th, 1973. I was off by 1 year. I thought it was 74. It was 73. This is the day that commemorates when we finally got every U.S. troop out of Vietnam. Yay. This was a very, very unpopular war. So today is the day that we recognize, we remember those people who served in the Vietnam War, which included my father. My father was in the Vietnam War. Those men came back, because they were drafted to serve. They didn't really have a choice to serve. And when they came back, it was very unpopular. They were unpopular because this is a war that nobody wanted us to participate in. There was a peace agreement between North Vietnam and South Vietnam that they would, come together, they would unite as one. U.S. troops would leave, and que sera, everything would be great. So all the U.S. troops leave, and the war continues. They continue until finally South Vietnam falls to the communist North Vietnam. So sad. But at least we got out. But 58,000 men and women lost their lives in that war. So today is the day that if you know a Vietnam veteran, thank them, buy them lunch, buy them a cup of coffee, support any events that might be going on in your community. Watch a documentary. No thanks. I don't like war stuff. I don't like to watch war movies or war documentaries. I don't like it. So there's actually this site, in Washington, there's the National Memorial Wall where you can go and you can look for names. There's actually an online site now. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, there's a place that you can go online. It's called the Virtual Wall, virtualwall.org. I'll put that down here, virtualwall.org. And it's pretty much, it's kind of like in the thing in Washington, you could search by name, by state. You can look at wall panels by date. They have photographs. It'll tell you about, people that may still be MIA. They'll give you their status. It's kind of a really cool site. So yeah, you can find a name, virtual wall. I want to see what the virtual wall looks like. Wow, that's cool. So check that out. www.virtualwall, all one word, virtualwall.org. I'll put that down there. So yes, so National Veterans, Vietnam War Veterans Day. Okay, and Mondays are terrible, aren't they? I don't like Mondays. So this day in history, what did I choose? Oh, this is the Mad Bomber. Again, Everything happens in New York, right? This guy George Metesky, he's pissed off with Con Ed. He was a former employee of Con Edison, and he was injured on the job, and he used all of his sick time. And when his sick time was over, they got rid of him. I guess they didn't have FMLA back then, Family Medical Leave Act, but he made a claim, a workers' comp claim for like permanent disability, and that he was denied. And the reason was that he filed too late, so he didn't get it. So he was really pissed off, and he had a real bad case of pneumonia that turned into tuberculosis, which he claimed was all from this company. I don't know what he was doing for this company. He was some kind of an electrical person, but so he decides, well, I'll show them. He starts planting pipe bombs all over New York. Now, this is in the 1940s and 1950s. Yeah, it went on for a while. There was a period of time where he stopped. When World War II started, he said, in honor of the war, I'm not going to do this for a while. And he didn't. But after a while, he just started up again. But he bombed Grand Central Terminal, Pennsylvania Station, Radio City Music Hall, New York Public Library, Port Authority Bus Terminal, RCA Building, New York City Subway, even theaters. Like, he would take these pipe bombs and put them under the chair in the theaters. Now, mercifully, only 15 people were injured because he would warn the police. He would call and he would give everybody a warning. So he probably didn't want anybody to get really hurt. Nobody ever died, but so yeah, he would make sure that they had a warning for most of these bombs. And he would leave notes. And on the first bomb, he left a note that mentioned, that he wanted to take down Con Ed. So how they figured out it was him was they went through former employee, records to look for a disgruntled employee. And they come across, there's a secretary one day. She's going through all these things. And the last pile she looks in, of course, there's this guy's file. And things that he had said, during his case kind of matched up with what he was saying in the notes. So they figured out it was him. So they didn't have DNA back then, or they could have gotten some DNA, right? But I digress. They got fingerprints, and they did what they could back then to try to catch this guy. I'm just thinking, I'm so comfortable in this chair. That is a total squirrel, isn't it? Go to sleep. Anyway, so they catch this guy, and or they go to his house. They find out where he lives. They go to his house, and he says, "Oh, you think I'm the mad bomber?" So they go in and they find, all the materials to make these pipe bombs, and so he's arrested. But they find that he is incompetent to stand trial because he has paranoid schizophrenia. So they sent him away to a mental institution where he lived for a good portion of, the max sentence he could have gotten was 25 years in jail. And he served a good portion of that sentence in that mental institution. But then when New York changed the laws, they said you could only institutionalize somebody for a crime if a jury found that that person was dangerous. Well, this guy was clearly dangerous, but he never went in front of a jury. He had no trial because they found him incompetent to stand trial. So they had to release him from the mental institution. And he lived the rest of his life peacefully. He lived to be 90 years old and didn't make any more bombs, that we know of. So That is this day in history. Did I say what his name was? George Metesky. Yeah. Why do all these things happen in New York? My goodness. What is it about New York? I don't know. And this is probably one of the first cases where they actually used offender profiling. They profiled this guy. They kind of figured out what age group he might be in, what he might look like. So now profiling is very common, but back then it wasn't. Apparently neither was DNA. I'm so obsessed with DNA now. And you know where my DNA is? All over my comfy chair. I love this chair. Let me stand up so y'all can see it. Hold on. Here it is. Here it is. So it's got this lumbar support, which actually, it's got a USB. It plugs in. I don't know where I'm going to plug it into, but with a massager in here. And I'm not a huge fan of massagers, but I think I may try it out in my office one, because the office one is closer to a computer than this one is. And I don't know. We'll see. And it moves much easier than the other one. The other one was always, I was struggling with it, and I think it's worth the money, guys. I wish I was an affiliate with Amazon. I know you can become one. I'll have to look into it, because I think I've encouraged y'all to buy a few chairs. But yes, I will edit that video today, get it up for you. It's not like, listen, if you want a really good videos on how to put these things together, they're out there on YouTube. This is not going to be that one. This is just going to be me and Malia putting together this chair, having a little fun while we do it. Pictures of my backside. Not the most flattering, but yeah, it's a weird way to spend time with your grandkids, but we talked and we laughed, and yeah, it was fun. So, guys, I've said it before, it's Monday. So there are a lot of creators on tonight. I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you guys if there's nothing you're watching on television, or you want to sit and diamond paint and listen to creators, they're on all evening today on Monday. Mondays used to be nothing. It was just like a quiet night. Now there's like 4 or 5 creators, which it's awesome. Just, this community is really, really growing. And I think that's fantastic. There's just means you have a lot of really great choices of who you want to watch when you diamond paint. Now, I hope you're watching me. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and leave a like on your way out. It helps my algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. And ring the bell when you want to be notified when I have another video posted, like the chair, putting together the chair video. So, yeah, that's the commercial part of my show. So check out Wambui's live from Saturday. I'll put the link right here. Yeah, that was so much fun. I love that lady. Love her, love her, love her. She's like my big sister. I've got so many sisters now. You guys. Yeah, it's like the biggest family that I have. And you know what I can't wait for is the retreat, where I get to meet all of, first of all, I get to spend some time with my people, my peeps, and then I get to meet all these fantastic people. And I am also going to be a sponsor of the retreat this year. I will be donating a very nice prize for the raffle. Wait till you see that. So guys, I gotta go. It's Monday. I gotta go to work. As you can see, it's already a crazy morning. Oh, but it's a beautiful day outside. Look at that. The sun is shining. Nice. Okay. Love you all. Take care and have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning show, where we'll talk about the George Floyd trial. Finally. Take Take care, everybody. Bye.